On set, does that sort of help you? I mean, not only the authenticity, but then also, I mean, do you commonly say, "Hey, how would you do this? How would this thing happen?"
All the time, like, because the cops almost always, unless they actually have speaking parts, are always off duty or retired officers. But usually off duty, you could tell because the off duty ones are always in shape. You see none of those guys have bellies. But the detectives, sometimes they have extras, and I can't tell because they're in suits. So I'm always like, I'll have a certain line or a certain action I'm supposed to have, and I'll go, "Are you a real detective? Or are you a real detective? Oh, okay, come here, you talk to me." So we're always asking them, would this go down this way, or what's the most authentic way to, handcuff in this situation, or always asking them questions.
And when we talked before, you mentioned, right before, it was like, I think a couple of days before the first table read, that you were going to go back and do some more training.
Yes.
How did that go, and what kind of training did you do?
It went okay. The problem was with me, it was literally the day before we were about to start shooting, and I'm a girl, I have to get my hair cut and colored, so I had to leave the whole thing early.
Okay.
So it went okay, but...
What kind of training did you, what were they doing?
Shooting on the move, handcuffing, shooting on the move, and handcuffing.
And you kind of have to keep practicing those skills so that you get...
There's no way for you to handcuff smoothly if you're not doing it often. It just doesn't work. And every single one of us gets a little nervous when we get a script and go, "Oh, I got a handcuff."
Is that the toughest sort of cop thing to do, is the handcuffing?
I think so. I think so. To doing it smoothly, because you get in your own head, and you think, "Oh my God, I'm taking up too much time. All right, I didn't have the cuffs right. I'm not getting it on." So for me, I'm not going to speak for everyone. For me, handcuffing. But I had to handcuff a character in this week's episode on Friday. I think it was. It just all begins to blend together. And I actually got it really smooth, but I think what worked in my favor, the guy who played the character was actually a officer in Colombia for 20 years before he became an actor. Who knew? And so he knew how to hold his hands the right way to kind of help me out. So I guess it was a cheat.
How are you enjoying working with your new partner, your latest new partner?
My latest new partner, I know. You know what? It's really cool. I mean, I think the dynamic with having the two women as partners, I think it's just, I don't know. It's. I mean, we're not Cagney and Lacey by any means, but just to have these two strong personalities together that detect two different ways, but neither one of them are wrong in their ways of getting their jobs done. It's a dynamic that just on together, I was about to say on screen, on the small screen, I think it just reads really well. We had a screening the other day for the entire cast and crew, and all of the crew, they were like, "You guys, it's just like a good rhythm together, We were figuring each other out, and all that plays so well."
How is Russell handling seeing you with a new partner? Because he's still around, right?
He's still around. Russell,
And all you guys shacking up together by now?
No spoilers now.
I don't think so. I don't think that's happening. But some real interesting things are going to happen. Russell's just not happy with the situation, period. So obviously when he sees, Lydia out or on her way out to, follow up on a case with her new partner, it's a little sting.
Sort of change the dynamic a little bit between your character and his?
I think yes, but I think Lydia doesn't really know at this point how much it's changed.
Is she reluctant to the new partner first?
We kind of pick up like where we're already. It's not a choice, It's her new partner, and that's what it is. Right. This is her first time having a female partner, so all of that I think just gives more layers.
Can you say if this partner is going to be sticking around, or you're gonna? Because last season there weren't.
Well, I can say she's been in more than 4 episodes.
It's better than the others.
Yeah, exactly.
And how does it feel to know that, I mean, this is the most episodes you've done in a season, right?
Not quite yet. Once we get to episode 7, then I'll feel like, whew, it's real. Because we've never done more than 6 episodes.
Right.
Like the pilot, then we did 6, and then we did 6 more.
And this is the first season you're doing for TNT. How do you feel like it's different? Or?
I do. I feel, first off, we never had a legitimate marketing campaign. We never had a photo shoot, So all those things that you expect to have when you're doing a new show, we're just now getting it 13 episodes in. So that's, one big difference. And then the other, just as far as the writers and the actors having the opportunity to just really be, opposed to a network noting you to death, that doesn't exist with TNT. They like the show that they bought, and they wanted to remain that show. They don't want to change the tone of the show. So they're kind of leaving the producers alone and letting us do this show.
It's not becoming, you said a term to me when we spoke before, NCIS, CIA,
yes.
LA, Law and Order, right? What was the thing? Exactly. It was very hilarious what you said.
SVU,
so they're not trying to be SVU,
yeah. No, they're not.
Good.
They're not, which is good. Yeah.
And we're going to do a quick switch really quick. We're going to bring Ben in the hot seat, and we're going to give Regina to Jim, and then we'll keep switching for
Awesome.
you.
Switch.
Thank you so much.
I told you it's going to be nonstop all of a sudden.
Perfect.
Didn't I tell you guys? Thanks, Regina.